Hello everyone, my name is Kapil Nepal. I am the math instructor here at APS Avenues, and I'm also going to be the math instructor for our credit recovery program for the district this year. In this quick video tutorial, I'm gonna walk you guys through what happens when a student is first put into a credit recovery course, and how would you work with the initial paperwork and what to expect once the student is put into a credit recovery course and stuff like that in this video. So once a counselor fills out a Google form saying that a student is put in one or more of the credit recovery courses, you guys will get an email notification that looks kind of like this, saying that, hey, there is a new student information form submitted by this so-and-so counselor, and then it will tell you the information about the student, student ID, and then the grade level. So that's your first communication towards, hey, you're about to get a new student in the lab for credit recovery. So you can anticipate a new student coming to the lab. So once that happens, few things happen. So first thing is, if you go to your Google Drive and click on the shared drives, you will see that there is a shared drive for each one of your high schools. So just go to your high school. For now, as an example, I'm just gonna click on the APS Avenues CR team Google shared drive, and then so I'm gonna go to the Pickens site because that email was sent by the counselor at the Pickens site. So if you go to your to that shared drive for the high school, for your school, you'll see that inside of the drive there are these folders that are already been created for by grade level from 9 through 12, and then there are some other stuff. I'll go into that in a second here. So if you go back to that email, it will tell you what grade level that student was. So you would go into that grade level folder, and then that student's folder will already be created inside of that grade level folder. So I'm gonna click on that particular student's folder. Now inside of that student folder, you'll find a Google Doc, which we call the learning plan for the student, and some of the information has already been filled out, but please understand that this is a template and we don't want to edit or delete this one. So the next thing to do is we're going to have to make a copy of this. But before we do, we need to know what course this particular student is working on, or will be working on this particular term. So the easiest way to figure that out is to go to Edgenuity and then search for that student. The student will already be put in the courses based on the student's IC schedule. So I'm just gonna look for a test student here just for an example. So you'll look up the student, and then you'll see that the student will be assigned to one or two credit recovery courses. So for each courses the student is assigned to, what we want to do is we're going to go to this learning plan, go to File, and we're going to make a copy of that, and then make a learning plan for each course. Okay, so go ahead and delete the copy of part from the name of that file, and then just delete the template do not edit part, and we just want to write down the course name. So that one was Biology Q1. So we'll do that, do this for every new course that the student is enrolled in at Genuity. So I'm going to hit OK, and then the next thing we have to do is now we have to fill in some of the missing information in here. For example, this one is missing the course title, so I'm going to do biology Q1. Write your name. So first name, I'm going to just write my name here. Figure out who the highly qualified teacher is. So to figure out the highly qualified teacher, you want to go back to your school shared drive. As an example, I'm going to go inside our central CR team, and then there's a folder in there that says contact info. If you click on that, there is the information about highly qualified teacher. So the first page is simply the counselor name and the email addresses. You notice that we still have to fill this out, but as this information becomes available, we'll fill this in. But if you click on the next tab, that's where the information about the highly qualified teachers are. So for science, it's Greg Fitzmaurice, and I'm just gonna copy and then just paste the name there. Oh no, that was the wrong one. I'm gonna actually close this, that way I don't mess up with the template. Okay, I'm gonna fill in the name and then the email address from here. Just like that, and this meets the course requirement for science. So that is the learning plan for each course. For biology Q1, but you would be doing this for each course, and then this is the document you would be working off of when you're meeting with the student to talk about timeline and learning goals. More on that on a separate instructional video, but here I just wanted to show you like what to fill in, and then how to make a copy and save it onto the students folder. So once you are done with this, that's going to be saved up here, and like every time you meet with the student, you just print this out, go over stuff, and then sign. You sign, date, student will sign and date, and then put it into the student's record or folder for record keeping purpose. The other thing that I want to talk about is inside of the shared folder, you also have a copy of the Google form responses. So when the counselor, and this one is empty, so let me go back to APS Avenues. When a counselor submits the Google form for the student, the responses to those Google form, you'll be able to see that under that form responses, and then you'll be able to only see the students on that school. So this would be kind of a record for you to go back and look at, okay, who are like all the students that are assigned to credit recovery in this school. All right, and then the last thing I want to talk about is, again, I'm going to go to the Avenues shared drive folder. So there's another folder inside of the shared drive. It's called the student contact log. On that, there is a spreadsheet that is also called the student contact log. So here you'll have the let me go back to the pick'n site. Sorry, I didn't mean to go to this site. Hold on. Because we actually have already some students in there. So here, sorry about that. Here, the name of the students that are doing the credit recovery in the high school, they will be auto-populated, so you don't actually have to type in their names or anything. What you want to do is, once you make a contact, just put in the date that you made a contact here. Write your name, who contacted, so contacted by, and then write notes. So on the notes, make sure you write the medium by which you communicated. So maybe you emailed to dad, so you should say email to dad at this email address, and then just write the notes on what you emailed dad about. Or you might have talked to mom on the phone, just say talk to mom on the phone. Or you might have left the voicemail, and then make sure to include the phone numbers, because this will help tremendously next time we're trying to call this parent. We'll have the working number already listed in there because somebody already contacted that prior hand. And then we will use this to track the contact log, and that way everybody can see who was already contacted and who was not. That way we can all work together as a team to contact the parents that we need to contact. All right, so that was a lot of information, but I just want to make sure that we make this process simpler and easier for everybody to use. So please feel free to contact me at any time should you have any question about any of this stuff in this video.